engage,
Pawn.
have fun, and we're going lift off. There's no pawn set in this game. Don't be silly, Atlas.
Oh, it would have been so much more fun than this. Team composition. He gets it so that he can have that performance.
Oh!
And threads the goddamn needle. That was amazing as Root. One more auto, that'll happen, and Tucson just delivers the lantern over that because you're not gonna say anything to your grandma.
That sounds like an actual anecdote. It's the fact that Vladimir was 1v2, gave the spoilers to Pawn, he could flash away. The turret is fully cashed in there. Yorick's been playing well, and the Infernal is the insult to injury.
Yeah, and the real difficult
King's own mistakes, apart from maybe Rascal approaching this lane where he's
yeah,
an approach.
Hook's going to come through. Speaking of approaching the lane, that is just a very dead Galio. Already had used his stopwatch to take down this outer turret. Kingzone just with too much control, too much power, and too much gold here at this stage of the game. Almost
to go Biscuiteer and get through a Vladimir lane, not fall off at level 5, 7, or 9. Or the Red Herald.
Where's it go, dude?
Another reference that probably dates us.
Yeah, that does certainly.
And I just love, I love it when someone changes from the MOBA Fire or Pro Builds build, dunk your cookies or your biscuits into your coffee.
Absolutely.
Very Australian thing.
Yeah.
Tim Tams especially, known for that.
On over, but they're not going to be there in time as Tucson trades back a hook for that Sonic Wave, and Malrung once again not going to go in.
Is hoping against hope or giving up on the Baron. They're not going to get it. There's the Baron.
Well, there's the teleport as well from Root, but it's just a little bit too late. Sorting through what he liked in the salad that my mum had just made for the family. He managed to eat all of the cashews out of it, as Tucson's going to do something real strange. Malrung comes into the backline, but the rest of his team's just going to run away. That is a special delivery of Elise in and Deft. Grabs 100% of the kills this game. That is his
That is literally what just happened there. Malrung, after 26 minutes of watching, went in, he died, and now more people might follow him.
Yeah, well, that turret is going to be tanked for a very long time. Well, then, did not actually use there by Cuz because he wasn't expecting to die to that turret. Turret does fall down. Pawn's on the bottom side of the map, and it's a little bit of a whoopsie here for Kingzone, but when you're this far ahead, it barely even matters. But it comes back to what we were talking about. How clean was this closeout going to be? Not super clean there with Cuz just throwing away his life, but Pawn underneath this turret, they should be able to break open the base here with 2 of these siege minions. And Kingzone, even with only 4 members, should still be able to take this fight to Jinner. Already so much of the health bar done from Grace's Root. Does still have the Sanguine pull. Hemoplague comes down, but Deft just not scared of this Vladimir whatsoever. Maybe he should have been, because that Hemoplague pop did do a lot of damage. Still, Kingzone able to take down this inhibitor. Malrung has respawned. They will be able to break open the base.
They break it open, Atlas, but I think the back is already broken on the side of Jinner. Hopefully we get a replay of the kick flash, because the mechanics were on point, the decision-making not so much. Jinner paying for the sins of the was not there.
It's a bit of an example of what this game sort of means. Infernal Chain's not going to deny the claw, but the flash in there, Cuz trying to get some redemption. It's an early ultimate, but you can understand why he's doing it. Doesn't want to die just yet, kicks back into the squad here as he is brought down into that passive. Bloodwell's not huge, but he is going to be able to Umbral Dash to get out of that base gate. The Maiden doing some work, but the only one that actually has the cojones to move up towards Kingzone at this point in time.
Cuz really feeling frisky, kind of unnecessarily so, but it doesn't actually cost his team anything. We see a lot of claws. Will we see an engaged Nova?
We're going to not see Vladimir at all in this fight, as Nova's going to get pulled back. Good Infernal Chains there from Cuz as Rascal dives on forward. He's got a lantern to get himself out, but he's not going out. He's got the Gargoyle Stone Plate. He's the better Gargoyle this game. It's a double kill for Deft. 8-1 is the kill score. And Kingzone are trashing Jinner in game number 1. Only a couple of turrets to go down, and they're looking to fish in this fountain before we finish this one off. Nexus turret number 2, and now the Nexus to 4.
We had enough. We're zooming out early because we know will be the Fiora, and Linderong says, give me the Fiora. Or will the Fiora just be hunting Galio? I don't think that's going to work, because I think Galio could still very much be support carries of all time, right up there with Uzi. Because of that, they've been confident, and this is why.
Well, there it is. The last breath finally comes in as Grace should be burning down. First blood going over to Pawn, but Cuz might be following him here. He takes a drink and is going to survive. The flash is forward. Deft looking to grab a kill on this one, but no, it's a double for the Ass in the early game and looking really, really strong for it as well. It's the only time that we've actually
get a turret plate in this series. The answer is looking like no.
Yes, it's looking like a very, very severe no. Top side of the map might be where they have an option, but at the moment, Kingzone are going to take this bottom out of turret. I feel like this series has been Linderung that's had anything positive positive to note. I mean, at the moment, his 4 CS is mid. That will mean that the turret does fall down, though. No options here for Jin Air at all.
We're looking for scaling win condition that, you know, we're not putting too much faith in getting there, but that lane assignment of Tristana top and farm is good. Here is Tristana on screen.
Yeah, the flash is going to come in there, but Deft follows immediately afterwards. Of course, Riposte is on cooldown. It had been used just off.
A nice trade when someone does 600 damage, the other person does 0. It doesn't really feel like they're trading much at all. They're just taking damage. Speaking of taking...
There's the last breath. That is a very dead Urgot, as I think that the cow is going to follow him here. Pawn close to the distance, and Kuz is going to pick up that kill very, very
there. Malrung is not being gate-kept for now, but a lot of people can turn off this Baron.
It is theoretically a 50-50 at the moment, and it's going to be Deft with the Buster Shot that has the opportunity to lock this one down as Tucson flashes on forward. Justice punches there. Vladimir just dies, but no, not able to lock down this Baron as Deft does have the drawer bead.
I think, though, as Pawn looks for some more kills. I guess we should focus on the action.
Well, there's another last breath to come in here. Can Pawn actually win this 1 versus 3? Well, it's not actually. A 1 versus 3, Linderon teleports in, and now Tucson might be in trouble. The Grand Challenge is down, and they will be able to get 2 kills. No perfect game coming in here. There's Rascal, dives on forward. Maybe he's going to deliver himself in here as well, as there's the Infernal Chains. Deft picks up that kill, though, and could this potentially be the Penta? The resets are starting. Deft is Goomba stomping around Summoner's Rift. That's not the crit that we wanted, but he's still going to be able to dive on forward here. 1, 2, picks that one up as he dives back underneath the inner turret, and that's not going to be the triple kill. So we got excited.
A 2+1 special. Anyone in Korea knows about that. Every grocery store about the 2+1. 3 kills go the way of Deft. He is monstrously strong. 1,000 gold bounty. They're going to push through mid lane here. KingsZone want to break the base on this Baron.
And I feel like, is this another one of those games where Jin Air are not going to do as much damage as Deft by himself? Yeah. Holding on to a rocket jump and shooting everyone that walks towards it. And we'll just take down the turret by himself. Okay.
Deft is just so happy to walk up.
Boy.
Let me just introduce the fact that Tucson doesn't have ult and is a screen away from Deft and probably doesn't need to be there. Deft's real safe.
Yeah, he is. And he gets delivered a puppy that Tucson prepared for him. It's just beautiful. Their relationship is gorgeous. As Deft's going to take down this inhibitor. Not a lot 4 members of Jin Air can do to stop him. As Tucson finally does turn up, he wonders why he's actually here, because his AD carry is so incredibly strong. And on the bottom side of the map, you got 2 members pushing on up, the Gragas and Yasuo best friends.
No Yasuo ult there. Probably could have gone for it. It's 13,000 gold lead.
Yeah, well, you may as well just take down the turret here. I mean, no reason to go overly aggressive, especially after Pawn was punished for it earlier on the top side. Deft is there, though, to follow up with the damage, and that's a knockup that Pawn could have gone in on once again. Not going to. Jin Air just watch as everything falls apart.
Jin Air would be the worst dance partner. You don't make any moves, Atlas. None at all.
Nope.
This is
unless you like leading, you know?
Yeah, but this is some lifeless stuff right here from Jin Air, unfortunately. It's really hard to cast because usually you need a 2 and pro. It's only 2. Speaking of 2.
Yep, there's the throw. Papa Smithy, that's a double kill coming in for the Gragas. Could we get the pentakill for Jungle Gragas? That's what I want. It's not going to happen, as it's going to be Deft picking up the last few. Linderung running away. Malrung goes golden. Deft just wants someone to shoot. Kuz is going to pick up the triple. The 1,000 gold goes over to Linderung, but that's just not going to be enough to get them any sort of semblance of a victory. KingsZone will close this one out at 25 minutes. It is a shellacking, and it is KingsZone picking up the 2-0, understandably, over Jin Air Greenwings.
You can only beat the team put in front of you, but that was a putrid display from Jin Air Greenwings.
Excellent use of putrid, Papa Smithy.
It sounds like insult upon injury, but they've had 8 losses in a row where there was something to smile about, and now they have a 9th loss in a row where there's nothing to speak about. And the point I wanted to get before we had a bit of action at the end is, you know, I put out that vlog and talked about how I had a chance to be a coach. Origin approached me to be the head coach for this year. And I was sitting there imagining what it would be like to be the coach of Jin Air after this series, because obviously you're going to be mad because your team really had no proactive moves at all over the course of 2 games. But if I was the head coach, we don't VOD review this series. There's no point to. They didn't play any League of Legends to VOD review. I take these players and I put them on some team building because they are lacking a lot of team skills. Made something happen, so that's the silver lining.
Well, let's talk to Deft and see what he makes of this series and of KingsZone right now. Let's throw it to Jason for some translation.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason with today's first interview translation, and we're going to be having a solo interview with Deft. We were facing a losing streak recently, so I mean, like, we were really that sad. But anyways, well, 2-0 victory again. I'm really feeling a bit relieved and really happy. Both games were really short, about like 20 minutes long. I think the draft and our plays were going as we did in the practice games, so I think we will do even better in the upcoming series. Game 1, you played Zaya. It's not a mainstream. Why were you playing Zaya in Game 1? Well, I knew that Junior will go with AD carry Vladimir, so any marksman, I'm really confident with playing marksman against Vladimir, so I just, I wasn't worried too much. Do you prefer Zaya? Yeah. I mean, I like all the AD carry champions. Game 1, all the lanes were winning and there were a lot of proactive plays, so who was in the lead in making calls? Mostly junglers and supports, according to his jungling path and our situation all over the lane, so yeah. We had a draft that we all feel comfortable with, so it was a bit easy today. Then let's check out this clip here. This is the first blood of the first game. Whose decision was that? Well, Tuzin, because we burned all of their flashes over here, so. And I think he was a bit lucky landing that hook over there, so we were able to pick that kill over there. And game 1 was almost a perfect game except that one kill on Cuz, and one death on Cuz. Well, I was confident because, I outscaled Vladimir, so if I just don't die, I knew that we were gonna win. Game 2, it was Tristana. And what are your comments about Tristana and Vladimir matchup? Just as the first set. Well, I mean, it's a really easy matchup for me, and also I had the confidence to win the laning phase, so yeah, I was quite comfortable and confident. Then, were you confident in Game 2 overall? Well, we all got champions that both are mid laner and Cuz feel confident with, Yasuo and Gragas, so we were overall just all confident. Then what came to your mind when they banned out Vayne? Well, I think, it was, I think Vayne is a fairly good champion against Vladimir, and so maybe that is why they banned out it. So this was the final match for the first round, and the first match of the second round will be against Sandbox Gaming, and I guess you want your revenge on them, right? It's not that we want to make a revenge again on Sandbox. I mean, there were a lot of games that we were underperforming, so Sandbox is also one of them, so I really want that win, and really you have to go to the playoffs, so we're going to do our best in our upcoming series, no matter what. So, then in the second round, how far do you want to go in the rankings? To be really realistic, maybe 3rd or 4th place. I mean, if we win all the games. I hope that can really happen for Kingdom DragonX. And lastly, since it was the last game of this first round, is there any message for the fans out here supporting you guys? I think it's quite cold nowadays. Thank you for coming out to support us. Thank you. It was a very warm message from Def, and this will be the end of the interview with Def from Kingdom DragonX, and I'm going to pass it back to our casters. Thank you.
Thank you very much, G-Sun. And
let it go, make my body go, take our bodies high.